Welcome to the amazing Trumpcast. Okay, we're trying again, and we're back. Okay. Welcome to the second week of the amazing Trumpcast. Successful first week. We could make many improvements, but here we are again, folks. I told you, every week. I don't lie. We're doing it every Tuesday. Shout out to Luke Corns again, remember. Every Tuesday we're going to do it, and we're doing it today, folks. So welcome back to you. If you're a newcomer, thank you for being here. Amazing. You are a great person for even clicking on this. You are a very smart person for clicking on this. So we're going to have a tremendous day, but unfortunately I do have to say that our original guest, I got a guest, we just had a falling out.
It's much more than a falling out.
Yes, Cody. Just let me speak. Cody, you can have the floor in a minute. It was a falling out. You can have the floor. You can, whatever you can say. Listen, we have time. Cody, we have time. Whatever you want to say, you can say. But for now, I just want to explain what happened. We have an amazing, well, it was going to be an amazing person. But apparently he's a total moron. He's an absolute idiot. Okay? We get this guy on the air okay. What happened was this. His name's Vinny, by the way. His name's Vinny, and he's from New Jersey. Can you believe this? It's like, come on. Can you come up with a different name? It's just unbelievable. I can't even believe his parents. If I ever met his parents, which they're probably dead. Okay, quite frankly, he's pretty
Possibly.
old. He's an old person. Well, he's
not that old.
Probably 50.
He's not a day over 40.
Cody. Okay, I know you went to Yale, but doesn't mean you can guess better than me. Okay. We're both guessing. Doesn't matter how old he is. He's gone. He's gone. The Secret Service are probably beating it. I mean, taking him out of the property, taking him off the property as we speak. So, his name, comes on the show, and we start talking off. Of course, we didn't start the podcast yet. We're just talking. I like to talk with my guests beforehand, just to see how they've been. I mean, I met this person on the campaign trail. I brought Frank Fukers on the show last week. By the way, we might be having Frank on the show again in a minute here. We reached out. So we brought Frank on the show because I met him on the campaign trail. He's a great guy. And I said, that was very successful. He's a great person. Okay, voted Trump. Amazing person, Frank. And so I said, you know what? Let's bring another person I met on the campaign trail. And I remember meeting this Vinny person in Jersey, everywhere I went. They said, Vinny's the guy to meet. This guy's an amazing person. I said, okay, perfect. We're going to call. And I called him, and he flew right in. He flew right into D.C. He says, Trump, I love you. Okay? And he comes right in. So we're sitting down before, and I'm talking. I'm saying, Vinny, how are you doing? And I forgot. Okay, quite frankly, I remember I told my people, I said, listen, there's this person named Vinny that I talked to, okay? I didn't know where he was from, okay? I don't remember. You know how many speeches I made? 3-4 speeches a day. Hillary was sitting on her ass, sitting at home on her ass. I don't know what the hell she was doing. That's probably more productive than what she was doing, believe me. And I'm doing 3-4 speeches a day. And I'm doing all this, and I don't know where I'm at, folks. They mean to tell me right before, and I say, hey, Minnesota, thank you, Minnesota, amazing. But to me, it doesn't matter where I am, okay? It's all the United States, folks. I love everybody, and I love especially people who come to my rallies and cheer me on. It's amazing. Everyone at the rally is a genius, obviously, because they support me. So I said, get me the Vinny guy, and they knew what I'm talking about right away, the staffers. They said, oh, the Vinny guy, unbelievable. This is an amazing person. We're going to get him. We're going to call. And so they get him here, and I didn't talk about where they found him. It doesn't matter. These details don't matter to me, folks. That's why we're making the country so great. The small Who cares? The small details, okay? We have big, big things to do. And by the way, this podcast I consider, people already said this week, Donald, you're wasting an hour and a half. By the way, hour and a half last week, not an hour. Okay, it was hour and 33 minutes, believe it. So they said, you're wasting an hour and a half. And they say, Trump, aren't you making the country great? I said, the podcast is important. I said it last week. The podcast is extremely important for the country. Because it's so important for the American people to hear me speak and to hear me off script and not with the media, believe me, not on the TV. YouTube is an amazing place. YouTube is amazing. So, if you agree with me, which why wouldn't you agree? If you don't agree with me, okay, you're off, click off, whatever. But you already made it a good amount of time in, so you must agree. Go ahead and subscribe, comment, and, comment even if you don't like it. Say, Trump's an idiot. Go ahead and comment because it helps us rank. We want attention, folks. And quite frankly, we didn't get much attention for the first week because there's many things we'll talk about during this podcast that we can improve a lot of things, folks. And so it's a great thing. I think the podcast, we're building it. We're doing something great. And once the American people catch on, we're going to talk about great things every week. And we're going to inform the people. And it's going to be a great thing. It's an amazing, amazing thing.
Is it a thing? I'm not sure.
I say the word thing. Cody, it's one of my words. Thing. The word thing is an amazing thing. It is. Saying thing is a great thing. No.
Weird.
Cody.
It's just weird.
Let me talk how I talk. I let you talk how you talk. Quite frankly, you sound like a weasel. Okay?
Are you
You
serious?
sound like you got bullied at Yale. People don't get bullied in college. You get bullied in high school. You sound like you got bullied at Yale.
I actually did.
Like stuff in a locker. They don't even have lockers in college, okay? Anyway, I say one thing about New Jersey, and he gets so upset. He gets so upset because I tell the truth, okay? New Jersey isn't... Okay. New Jersey is not Laguna Beach, folks. Okay? Believe me. Jersey Shore. I'm not talking about the show Jersey Shore. But I know the situation, and the situation was actually on the Trump roast. And he absolutely bombed. He probably ruined his career with that set on the Trump roast. And it was just awful. It was cringeworthy. I just couldn't even believe it, folks. I didn't even talk to him after the show. I said, I will never talk to this person again. And actually, he was a great guy before then. I don't know what happened. It's just, I don't know. He's just such a douchebag. And it's just, I mean, obviously, he made the money off being a douchebag for the show. But you can only make money being a douche for so long. Douches don't last long, folks, and don't ask me why I know that. Listen, I say one thing about New Jersey, and Vinny freaks out. I think he's in the mafia or something, which I don't give a shit anymore. Folks, before I was scared about the mafia, okay, when I worked in New York, I didn't really associate, or I didn't say anything bad about the mafia. Didn't say anything about him, actually. But now I have the Secret Service. No one is fucking with the Secret Service, believe me. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? You guys are amazing. Even you, Obama. If you guys are tuning in just this week, I have the head of the Secret Service, for me, at least, sounds a little bit like Obama. Just enough to make me sick. But it's okay. He's a great guy. When he doesn't talk, he's an amazing person. When he talks, I don't know. It's iffy. Listen. I say one thing about this New Jersey, this state. By the way, I don't like New Jersey because Atlantic City. I had amazing, amazing hotels in Atlantic City. The Taj Mahal, which was better than the actual Taj Mahal, by the way. I've been to the actual Taj Mahal in India. And the Taj Mahal in Atlantic City. Okay, I know how to say it. Atlantic City, because I've been there. I've spent billions, okay? Lost billions in Atlantic City. And I go there, and I said, we're going to build a hotel that's so much better than anything else in Atlantic City. And we did, folks. The Taj Mahal. It was the best hotel and casino in Atlantic City. And we were ready to make it like Vegas. Okay, we were going to make it the second Vegas, maybe even better than Vegas, because of me. Okay, well, not because of me, but because of what I was doing, what the company was doing. It was so amazing. The Taj Mahal was so much better than the actual Taj Mahal. I bet the Indian government considered changing the name of the Taj Mahal because the shame that they experienced. Because people went there and said, this is not the Taj Mahal, like Trump's Taj Mahal. Unbelievable. So, anyway, invest all this money and everything there for Atlantic City, for the state of New Jersey. And they ruined it all, folks. They ruined it all. And now Atlantic City's like a ghost town. It's awful. It is just an awful thing. And they blamed it on me. I got media, they blamed it on me. It's not my fault. It wasn't my fault at all. That and Chris Christie. Chris Christie's awful. He's just disgusting. I mean, I used him. He endorsed me and everything because, well, first of all, he had to endorse me. Thought I could maybe hire him on the staff. But there's just no way I would ever hire this person. Seriously, Chris Christie. I destroyed him on the campaign trail. Well, along with everybody else, right? Amazing. But I just want to say that for all of you looking forward to seeing Vinny, I mean, you guys didn't even know Vinny was going to be on the show, so you probably wouldn't even look forward to it. But the beautiful thing about this is that Vinny won't be on the show, but Frank Fukers is still in Washington, D.C. because he flew out to Washington, D.C. He flew out to D.C. last week for the podcast. And he told me, Trump, I've never been to D.C. I love America, and I've never been to the nation's capital. And it's a sad thing, Donald. And I told him, I said, Frank, listen, I'm going to give you a 2-week, all-intensive Washington, D.C. tour. You're going to go everywhere, Frank, everywhere. So he's a week in, and he's in D.C., and I think we can get him here as soon as possible. I think we can get him here very soon.
He is coming. Yes. Frank is en route. He should be here in 10 minutes.
Oh, Cody, thank you. See, this is what you're here for, Cody. Thank you so much. So Frank's going to be here in 10 minutes. Frank should be here in 10 minutes. We called him. We tried to delay starting the podcast, but listen, folks, I'm very busy. I have many things to do involving making the country so much better. And I don't want to delay the podcast. I want to do it when I want to do it. We don't need guests, but we're going to bring Frank back on today because he's an amazing person. And honestly, he was very popular last week. Very, very popular.
How many popular could he be? We got 60 views.
I know we got like 60 views. That's fine. We got 60 views. Listen, we got like 70 Instagram followers this week.
70?
It's awesome. Well, it's better than 0. Cody, quite frankly, I don't like your negativity.
Just being honest with the numbers,
Cody,
sir.
What are you complaining about? Okay?
Nothing. I'm just
You know
telling
what,
the truth.
Cody? Do you want money? Is that what you want? Are you not
No.
getting enough money? They're not paying you anything.
No. They're not paying
That's what
me,
I thought.
but
That's what I thought. They're paying you absolutely nothing.
nothing. I know.
Okay. We're going to
Sucks.
change that, Cody. We're going to change that.
What do you mean?
We're going to change it. No, because maybe you'll take whatever is up. Maybe it's student debt right up your ass. All the way up your ass like a colonoscopy. Worse, much worse than that. It must be the student debt. Listen, Cody, if you're in student debt, you just annoy me so much. Listen, I want you in the show. I'm going to pay off your student debt. I'm going to pay your student debt off.
Are you serious?
I think I'm going to. Let me know how much. Okay, let me know how much we're going to talk about it.
All right, Mr. Trump.
Oh, you happy? You happier now?
I
Cody?
mean, if
Okay,
you're
much
serious,
happier. I know this won't change much, though. You're going to still yell at me for some stuff, which is fine.
I'm still going to do my job.
Some people want it, okay? A lot of people are probably annoyed by you, Cody. But quite frankly, they're on the show to listen to me, so who cares? Anyway, we had 60 viewers. Probably, I'd say a lot of them liked Frank a lot, okay? But every week we're going to add so many viewers, and we're going to get better and better, folks. It's an amazing thing, and quite frankly, I think no one believes it's me. No one believes it's me yet. And, well, you can't believe it's me if you don't listen to it, okay? You can't believe it's not me if you don't listen to it. So we need more viewers, Cody. This is your job. You're on Instagram. Okay, you got 60 this week. That's great. Can you get 1,000 this week? This week, okay? Next week, whatever. Get more people. We need more traffic. This is for the country. I'm not going to waste my time, okay? We want people to listen to this. It's an amazing... By the way, if you're listening, go ahead and subscribe. Okay. And down the road, we're gonna do other things. It's going to be a great thing. Okay. So Frank's coming on very, very soon. And I'm very excited because Frank is one of the best Americans. Seriously.
Mr. Trump. Mr. Trump.
Oh, Frank's here.
Frank.
Oh. Let him in.
Let
Let him in. Okay, Frank's here.
Mr. Trump,
Frank.
here I am. Mr. Trump.
Good to see you again, and I thank you for everything you've done. I've been having a great time here in D.C., and honestly, I'm glad to be back here. Well, thank you so much, Frank. Thank you very much, and well, it's glad to have you back, honestly. And it's just what just happened was awful. It's just an awful thing.
What the hell happened?
What the hell happened, man?
Like, your guest, somebody told me on the phone that your guest act like some kind of asshole or something, or Trump. What'd you say to him, man? You say something to him? Because, I mean, sometimes people don't like to hear what you got to say, Trump. You tell the truth way too much.
Well, that's exactly what happened. I mean, I was just being honest about where he's from. You know,
We actually can listen to it back.
Cody.
We have
Cody,
recordings.
amazing. See, look, I talk about his tuition a little bit, and he starts doing the right things. He starts doing great things. Okay, let's listen to it back. Let's run it back and listen to it.
Here. Yeah. Okay. And play it.
All right, so how this is going to work, Vinny, we're just going to, first of all, thank you for being here, Vinny. Seriously, thank you for
It's my
being
pleasure,
here.
Mr. Trump.
And
My pleasure.
so, see how I'm talking into the mic right now?
Like this.
You're just going to talk into yours. By the way, these are Barons. Because you're probably thinking it's so cheap.
They are.
Right?
They're f***ing awful.
Well, I mean, these are. I'm just letting you know that these are my son's microphones.
What are we
Because I don't
doing
wanna
using your son's mics? What the hell?
Well, because I don't want to spend the United States money. I'm not going to spend my money, okay?
$200 down. The hell?
Why don't you give some money? Why don't you give me some microphones? Okay.
I f***ing might.
Well,
I might.
promote the show. We're trying to promote. Here's my assistant. This is my assistant, Cody.
How am I even gonna talk into these? These are like worse.
So why don't you
These are
promote
worse than
the
any
show,
mics I've ever seen.
And once we get a lot of viewers and we start making income on the show, we goes right back into the show, and we'll get some more mics.
Pretty out of your
The bottom line, listen.
Your mics are shit.
Okay, I don't want to. Quite frankly, this is not starting good. I don't want to hear about these mics. Just talk right in how I'm doing it. All I'm telling you is to talk into the mic like I'm doing. Okay?
I'll talk into the mic, but it's disgusting. These are like from Toys R Us or something. Is Toys R Us even in business? F*** 'em.
All right. That's fine. I understand. I understand about the mic. So, anyway, we're just gonna talk maybe an hour and a half. I got things to do after this, but we're just gonna talk about the country. And quite frankly, I'm gonna be doing a lot of the talking.
I'll be talking. I like talking too.
You can talk, right? Yeah, that's what you're here. I want you to tell the truth on the show, and that's why I'm bringing you on. You're just an American citizen.
Just an American citizen.
Not just. I'm just saying you are an American citizen. Okay. Well, okay. Where are you from? Because I remember you named. They said Vinny. I remember Vinny because you were there for a lot of my campaign. Honestly, a lot of my
I was
speeches.
there for a lot of it. Okay.
On the trail.
I vote
And I remember it was in
Trump.
North. But where actually are you from?
I'm from Jersey.
Unbelievable. Wow. I don't even remember being there because I black it out of my memory. I don't like memories of
What are you
being
talking
there
about?
in that state.
What are you talking about? Not being there. Jersey?
Yes, New Jersey, yes. Well, I'm not a big fan. It's an awful state. I mean, it's an awful state.
You're talking shit
I'm not a
about my
fan of New
state.
Jersey. It's
What are
not
you
a-
talking?
listen,
Not a fan.
Vinny, calm down, okay?
I ain't gonna
Listen, I
calm
know-
down. What are you doing?
Listen, you're a big... It's an awful state. I hate
Donald,
New Jersey.
Watch what you say.
Okay. Chris Christie?
Chris
You think
Christie's
he's a
great
pleasant
guy.
person?
Donald,
Just look at
you
him.
know who you talking to.
Okay.
The Taj Mahal. You f***ing destroyed Atlantic City. You single-handedly made it awful.
Now,
It's a shit
none
town
of that
now.
was
It's a
my
ghost
fault at all. I brought in the best casino hotel ever made in your state. And quite frankly, I don't like your attitude.
You're a fucking dickhead, alright? Why did it bleep me? I don't want to hear this. You're verbally abusing me. You're talking shit about New Jersey. And I come on the show because I'm supporting you, Donald. I'm supporting you. I come on the show because I support you.
I don't care
and you're talking
where you're from. Listen, I just want to have a good podcast.
You ain't going to have a good podcast.
Why are you standing up? Listen, I just want to have a good
I'm
podcast.
standing because I'm going to fuck you up.
I don't want to hear... What are you doing? Oh, the Secret Service is going to take you down.
Get off me, Secret
You can't
Service.
even get close to
I got guys that'll
don't
fucking
even
shove these guys up each other's asses.
You're done.
We'll be
Stop
back
looking
here.
at me. If you look
Get
at me
off.
one more time, I
Get
bet you
off.
the Secret Service is going to take you out.
Get
This
off
is
me.
un.
You're fucking ugly,
What are you
Donald.
do-
Your hair's fucking fake.
What? Stop it. You are just disgusting. I don't care.
Fuck you.
I don't care.
You
Look at the people that are
fucking time
taking you out of
machine
the
to
room.
vote for Hillary.
You are disgusting. No, I have the Secret Service. You'll never with me the rest of my life. Okay?
Go down.
Okay, get your... New Jersey's awful. It smells like rat shit. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Cody, Cody.
Don't look at me,
Oh,
Mr. Trump. That
gosh,
was.
what is this?
I have no
This is
words.
so bad. Unbelievable.
Ridiculous.
Okay, and we're back live.
Donald, what the hell was that? I tell you what, that man right there, he ain't no American. He ain't no American, and he ain't no damn Trump supporter neither. I tell you that. There's no way no Trump supporter would sit there and talk to you like that. Thank you so much, Frank. You're so right. And watching that back, honestly, I can't believe that happened. This is just... It's actually entertaining. And, you know, I used to be scared of people like this, but not anymore. Like I said, the Secret Service, they took him down. You obviously couldn't see it, but they took him down. That was so entertaining. Wow. But, you know, looking back, I do regret the comment about smelling like rat shit. But okay, sometimes the truth just flies out of my mouth. I mean, certain parts of New Jersey smell like rat shit. Not the whole thing. And believe me, folks, if you haven't grown up in the Northeast, you're not sure what rat shit smells like. You go down the wrong alley in New York, it smells like rat shit. But New Jersey, almost a lot of the areas smell like rat shit. But I do regret saying that to him. He was upset. He was upset. You know, I just think it wasn't going to work out with us, both of us, in the room together. I mean, obviously, he's obviously mentally unstable. He's a mentally unstable person. That is just amazing. But can you believe what he said about my hair? He said, I mean, obviously he was upset. He says, my hair is fake. Folks, everybody listening, look at Cody. Cody, look at this. Look at this, Frank. Look at this. My hair, watch. It's real. Okay, folks. Did you not see Jimmy Fallon? Jimmy Fallon went and he messed my hair up big time. He messed my hair up, and he proved to the United States and the world, honestly, that my hair it's not a toupee. It's not a toupee. My hair is so real, and I don't get haircuts, folks. Do you realize that? I've never gotten a haircut. It's always like that. It's always this length. It's like when I was 13, it grew like this, and it stayed like this. This is how it is. This is how my hair is. It's a beautiful thing. It's an amazing thing. It doesn't grow. I don't need to get it cut. Quite frankly, I take a shower, and what happens when it dries just like this. I don't comb it or nothing. But if you mess it up, you gotta shower again. Okay, that's how it works. It's like weird. It's a very weird thing, but it's honestly a gift from the gods, I think. But speaking of Jimmy Fallon and Vinny, weak. Jimmy Fallon, another weakling, okay? He apologized. He went on the show and apologized for humanizing me. Listen, you go on the show, and I go on his show because a lot of people wouldn't have me on the show. And I go on the show, and he apologized for humanizing me. Can you believe this? He messed up my hair, never apologized for messing my hair up. But I guess with the hair, it made it seem like I wasn't a maniac. Like if somebody could mess my hair up, and I don't kill them, then I'm just a regular guy type thing. Which, guys, I'm a regular guy, folks. I'm a regular guy. That's why I'm doing this podcast, okay? But Vinny is unbelievable. So Frank, thank you so much for saving the day. Honestly,
Thank you so much for saving the day.
So, Frank, tell me about your day. How was your day today?
What did you do? Tell me about your day, okay? Well, first of all, now, I just want to say, what the hell? Again, that Vinny guy, you catch me outside, I tell you what, if I run into that guy in D.C. while I'm still here, I'm going to whoop his ass. I'm going to whoop his ass. I don't care if he in the mob nothing. You down south, tell you what, even though I'm from Iowa, even in Iowa, he ain't going to do no mob shit over there. I tell you what, I got about 4 redneck buddies that'll whoop his ass and anybody's ass that he has. So let me just say that he got me all heated. And I'm also heated from what just happened today. But let me just say now, thank you so much for your hospitality in D.C. I tell you what, when they told me I was staying in the White House, I almost cried tears. I almost cried tears, dog. Because I've never stayed in a hotel. I've been staying in motels, and I've been living Cedar Rapids my whole life, and I've been staying in motels, like the Hawkeye Motel. But I tell you this, I ain't never stayed in no hotel. So to just skip a hotel, I thought, oh, we gonna stay in a hotel. I'm gonna put in a big ass hotel. We'll stay at the Ritz or something. Or that I know you built a hotel at an old post office.
Oh, yes. Beautiful
Yeah.
building.
But then
Beautiful.
you put me in the White House. I'm gonna tell you something. It's a great thing. It's an absolute honor staying in the White House. I feel like Theodore Roosevelt, you know. But so I go to the National Archive Museum, right? That's what I think it's called. It's like some kind of archive. Anyway, it's where Declaration of Independence is from. I knew that from National Treasure. And the guy from National Treasure, damn, what's his name? Damn, dude from National Treasure. He sees the Declaration of Independence, they shoot the laser at it. Cody, what's his damn name?
That's
Damn.
Nicholas Cage.
Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage. Damn.
Now, you are excited
Couldn't
about this
think of his
Nicolas Cage
name.
thing. Frank, what's going on? Are you so excited?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Trump. I just, Mr. President, I should say, damn right. I should just say, I apologize. But I'm about to tell you why I'm so heated and worked up today. I'm all hyper. Last time I was just letting you talk, and I'm hyper as hell today, Mr. Trump. But the reason is, I'm in an archive museum. And I'm sitting there, well, I'm standing there, really. I don't think there's no seats in there. I don't know, maybe a bench. I wasn't looking for benches. I looked for a damn Declaration of Independence. And just like National Treasure, you know National Treasure, we got like the heat sensors by the Declaration. And I wanted to sit there. Now, I've been planning this all week. I said, now I'm going to give it a tour. We're going to see the Declaration. All right? That's the most American thing that you could possibly have. It's the Declaration of in the fucking pendants. In the fucking pendants. The Declaration. So I wanted to read that the whole time. All week. I've been excited to read it. Alright? And so we're standing in the National Archive Museum. And this person walks in. Mr. Trump. And I'm going to brace yourself for this. They walk in with jorts on, a button-down American flag shirt, and American flag draped around their back. Alright? Now, I'm a big fan of American flags.
Oh, we know, Frank.
However,
Yeah.
you gotta have a real American flag. Now, what I tell you last time, I hit the person in the face if they got American flag that ain't stitched. I'm gonna just say, we're standing there. This person walks in with their other people, and I notice that the flag on this person's back was not stitched, And I looked at his shirt. His shirt was handmade, and his shirt was made from an American flag, which, first of all, is fucking illegal, alright? You don't do that. He cut up an American flag. Now, what type of American flag cut up? He cut up a stitched, legit ass American flag to make his shirt, and he flew around a damn plastic one on his back. I saw this, and I was so damn pissed. But I looked around. I was going to bum rush his ass, bull hockey style, and knock his ass down. And take that fucking American flag and piss on it. And send it back to China. Overnight shipping. Let me tell you. I didn't do it because there's security all around. So, Mr. Trump, when I don't have no outlet for my anger, because I love the country so damn much, it stays inside and it boils me, man. I just feel like I'm getting heated, literally. And so I'm like, I'm going to just go see Declaration of Independence. I walk up Declaration of Independence, and I'm so heated. I'm so hot and pissed and bothered from this ass American flag and an idiot who was condoning that shit. God damn. Whew. I just couldn't believe it. So I'm so heated that the sensors, the heat sensors, you know what I'm talking about from National Treasure, went off. And before I could read one motherfucking sentence, mother Frank fucker sentence, it went down underground. And I couldn't read it. And I tell you what, I ain't never been no more pissed. And so I did. I went over to the dude and I said, why the hell you wearing an American flag shirt that you done ripped up, first of all, and then you wearing a Chinese ass, plastic ass American flag. That ain't even an American flag, it's a Chinese flag. God damn. And he was like, oh well, he was, first of all, he idiot. He didn't know what he was talking about. He was just talking about, oh, it's 4th of July week, you know, all this America. And I was like, that shit ain't funny, son. You think you being funny because you in college? God damn. So stupid. So then I slapped him in the face. And I guarantee his cheek gonna be red. I tell you what, his cheek, as soon as I smacked it, it turned white. And then it turned red. And I guarantee tomorrow's gonna be blue. And red, white, and blue. He gonna get a lesson on his cheek about what a real red, white, and blue American flag looked like. He was not gonna not learn today. If Frank Fukers was in the building and he had a shit ass American flag, he was gonna learn today. So I tell you that. And then all of a sudden security come get me and all that, and I told Mr. Trump sent me and everything, and they couldn't believe it. They called Secret Service told them about it, and they let me go. Matter of fact, they let me go see the Declaration of Independence downstairs. Secret Service brought me down. I tell you what, thank you so much, Mr. Trump. That was crazy. And thank God they didn't leave me alone, because I might have done something, you know, get her done down there by myself. You know what I'm talking about? Not some Nicolas Cage shit, but you know what I'm talking about, Donald.
Of course, Frank, I know what you're talking about. And, you know, I'm happy that the whole experience brought you to a good place and that the Secret Service and everybody helped you out. I mean, the Secret Service are all over the city, and obviously now you know that. But I'm happy that it worked out, and I don't know if I would act the same way if I saw someone wearing an American flag at all. I mean, listen, I don't like China, but when I see somebody wearing American flag things, okay, I don't think too much into it. I say, thank you so much for supporting the country. I'd rather them do that than nothing, right?
Well, you're the president. I have no tolerance for that.
You are one of a kind, Frank, and that's why you're back. And I thank you for coming back. I really do. Because you're so much better than Vinny, and Vinny is, for all purposes, dead to me. But, you know, I just want to move on. We've been talking about a lot of things, and I think we let this drama get in the way of the podcast a little bit. But I just want to say
something all week that I said we will be talking about on the podcast, which is the fact that I have been given an awful situation with the presidency. Speaking of national treasure, that was Obama era, wasn't it, or Bush era? Either way, both eras, they really screwed me over. I tell you this right now, and I've never been more serious in my life. Obama, and we're going to give some of it to Bush, a lot of it actually, they left me a big pile of dog shit. Now, I've seen dogs. I'm talking the biggest dog. I am talking, you know those Russian prison, if you ever watched Locked Up, okay? And they go to the Russian prisons. And these Russian prisons, they have these huge dogs. They look like huge, it's unbelievable. They look like horses with rugs on their backs, okay? Like a poodle that's 800 pounds, like a grizzly bear that's going to lick you to death. Unbelievable. But these dogs don't lick, believe me. These dogs, they look like Putin if he was a dog. Think about that. Okay, now you know what I mean. These dogs, okay, that kind of dog, if they took laxatives, okay, big time laxatives, I mean shit your brains, like constipated for 3 months laxatives, these dogs take that type of shit right on my lap. That's exactly what I've been left with, folks. I've been left with such a mess. And predominantly, mostly the deficit. Think about the deficit. Folks, I want to be so honest about the deficit right now. Because they don't tell you. It used to be a thing. When Bush started spending trillions, like he was at the mall buying candy, and you know what I mean? It's unbelievable. He's spending trillions like people spend $20, $40. Bush. Because he's an absolute moron. Yeah, Bush is so awful. All the Bushes, honestly. It's a genetic thing. I don't really believe in genetics too much, other than I know that I make a lot of money because my dad made a lot of money, but I make so much more than him. I don't really believe in the genetics, okay? You are who you are, and whatever you believe and do, that's the results you get, folks. Okay, but the Bushes make me want to believe in genetics. Because they're just all of them are so awful. And it started with the grandfather, isn't it, Prescott? Whoever it is.
Actually, he went to Yale, so I know about this.
It started with him.
Yes.
And
yes. He profited from the Nazis.
Really?
Yes.
That's right. It started with Prescott. He gave money to the Nazis, folks. The Bushes. This is not me talking shit. This is so true. And so all of the Bushes are so awful. By the way, H.W., what is he doing? What are they doing? I mean, George H.W., the man, what is he, 150? Cody, tell me. Wow, I thought he was at least 120. The man is unbelievably old. The man is so old. I can't even believe he can, what is he? Do they give him some kind of medication? They must have some former president thing that makes you live really long. What did Reagan die at 80 or something? I get that, okay? But this HW, it makes me think something's up with the Bushes. Something fishy. He's just unhealthily old. Does this mean... Okay, listen. I'm probably going to be jogging around till I'm 105. I'm 70, whatever. I'm around 70, put it that way. I don't care. I don't have time to think about my age. But I'm getting up there, folks, and I run on McDonald's. I don't eat healthy. I don't do anything. I don't exercise, nothing. Okay, and I'm moving like a workhorse. It's just an amazing thing. I'm a human specimen. It's a phenomenal thing, and they probably should freeze some of my DNA down the road. That we can make a super
Mr.
duper
Trump,
race.
why are you joking about that? You just
Cody,
talked about
Stop
Prescott
that.
and the
That
Nazis,
is ridiculous.
and you're talking about
Are
this
you
now.
serious? But this would be true. Hitler was insane. He was actually an ugly person. He even admitted that himself. He said he would probably kill himself because he's not the blonde person he wanted. Listen, Hitler, he had me in mind. I wasn't around yet. Okay, maybe I was really young. I don't know when I was born. Who cares? But listen, he probably had the picture he had in his mind of the perfect person was me.
This is just ridiculous. You,
No,
Mr.
listen,
Trump.
somebody like me. No, I'm not saying, okay,
I can't even.
I'm not pro-Hit. Are you serious? I'm not
I'm not calling
pro-Hitler or
you
Nazis or
pro-Hitler.
anything. No.
Just saying it's ridiculous.
No, ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
See, it is
All I'm
ridiculous.
saying is, my DNA, something about me is amazing. And we all know that, folks, right? It's just
Okay.
pretty obvious. You just
Mr.
spend time with me.
All
Look at
right.
me. I am just so phenomenal. But I don't even have to say that, which I love saying it, because I tell the truth, folks. I tell the truth. This is not bragging. It's just the truth. It just comes out of my mouth. I can't handle it, which is another aspect of how phenomenal I am. But what I'm saying is this. I'm going to live to 100, 110 easy and look the same and act the same as I am right now. Okay? So if they have some kind of presidential serum that makes you live longer for some reason, like there's perks for being post-president, which by the way, they might not even give me because none of them like me, by the way. Who cares? I don't want to be friends with all those. Why would you want to be friends with a group like that? Believe me. Maybe Jimmy Carter, because he's clueless. He doesn't know what he's doing. I don't even know how he ever won. He was awful. But he's probably a cool guy to hang with, okay? That means I'm going to live to 200, folks. I'm going to be the first person to live to 200. That is just... I don't know. There's probably someone that lived to 200. I believe that. I do. I believe that. They herbs and shit in the mountains of China. You know, people take herbs and all these things. I bet you in India someone's like 300, okay? No, for real. It's like in America, you eat shit, you get shit medicine, everything. By the way, we're trying to fix that. Obamacare's a disaster. But you get awful meds for after you eat awful food and you feel awful. And then you die, folks, pretty early. And that's fine. That's fine. We're in America. You live a great life and you die young. It's like Marilyn Monroe. But in India, I'm sure there's so many people in the mountains and everything that they live off the earth. And they live really, really long, folks. And I could see that. But I'll be the oldest documented person, put it that way, because those people aren't signing any documents, believe me. And I will be so old, because they have some kind of supplement. They have to. George H.W. Bush, I couldn't even believe it. I think when he came to the debate, I think the first debate, he gave the signal to kill me. You know what I'm talking about. He had like this, he put his thumb across his neck to Barbara, saying, off with his head type thing. Too bad he's not the president anymore. He's not a dictator, believe me. And if me and him fought, I mean, it'd be like fighting a fucking twig. The guy can't even see straight. I mean, does he even see? I don't even know. He's in that chair. They wheel him around. Does he talk to anybody? I don't even know. It's almost disgusting, okay? And he's on the verge of death. He really is. And I don't wish death on him, but that's just what's going on, folks. And I actually feel bad for him. I don't know, they have money, so I can't give him money. I don't know how else to show my love to somebody other than money. But I'll think of something. Maybe I'll talk to Barron. He's got great ideas with that. But Barron would say, Dad, are you serious? A Bush? You're trying to help a Bush? I said, listen, Barron, I know it's not about him being a Bush anymore. It's about him transcending his own. Let's not even talk. Let's just be done talking about it. But they hate me. The Bushes hate me. They're not going to hang with me. And I'm not going to hang with Clinton, obviously. I just absolutely destroyed him. And I'm not going to hang with Obama. And ironically, I think Obama would be the most likely for me to hang with. But you know what? I think W is probably a good time. He's probably a good time. But he's so stupid, I can't even look at him. I can't even look. After what he did to this country, I wouldn't be able to hang with him. He's probably a funny guy. But that's his only skill, is probably a cool guy. Everything else sucks about the guy. He's awful. And he just destroyed, oh my gosh. The debt he put us in, the wars he put us in. What did he do? If he absolutely did nothing, it would have been better. If he just said, listen, I was elected and now I plan to do nothing, it would have been kind of like Obama, right? A little bit like Obama, but even less. Obama did a little bit of, at least he tried. He was a trier, okay? But Bush, he was a doer, but doing all the wrong things. It's awful. if he just did absolutely nothing, we'd be such in a better spot. I mean, talk about bad. Oh my, trillions and trillions and trillions, folks. I mean, Bill Clinton, he got us so low. The deficit was so low. I think we were in a surplus. I don't know. He was good with money. Listen, he was good with money. I mean, being a rapist doesn't have anything to do with how good you are with money. I'll give him that.
Mr. Trump, you
know,
don't have to bring that
I'll
up.
give him that. No, it's... Listen,
Why would
you
you
bring
bring
up
that
Bill?
up?
Everyone's thinking it. Cody.
But you don't have to
Everyone's
say it.
thinking it when you bring Bill up.
Now you're saying the word
Okay.
rape. We have to listen to that.
Yeah, I'm just saying that he is... Just because he's raped doesn't mean he's bad at money. Clearly, he was pretty good at some of the stuff. But when you have Bush come in and he absolutely destroyed... I mean, money... Somebody had to get paid, okay? And believe me, I brought up Dick Cheney last week. Dick Cheney must have gotten something. He must have gotten paid or something. Because Dick, he was in Halliburton. He's all about the oil. I know, he's a slick person. He looks like he's oily, doesn't he? Like if you touched his cheek, your hand would be oily. That's how Dick Cheney looks, okay? He looks like Popeye. His jaws permanently. It's unbelievable, folks. These people look weird, don't they? You can look at somebody and say, wow. You look at me and you say, wow, this guy's telling the truth, right? Am I right? I mean, 70 million people did. So, Dick Cheney had to make some money over the wars because the oil thing. I don't know. There's trillions missing. I mean, folks, how can you spend trillions of okay, wars are expensive things. Many things become expensive. Now I know. Now I'm president, I look at the budget, I'm like, wow, where are we going to cut money? I'm trying to cut. I mean, you got to cut $1 million at a time, and you're trying to save billions, folks. That takes so long. When I'm the only one who gets it. Everybody else doesn't get it. We're looking at the budget, and I literally have to, folks. You know how much time that takes to read through an entire budget and cut money. And I'm trying to do it, and you're trying to get to the trillion level, folks. So if I save $10 billion. We're not even putting a dent, in the debt. I can't even... You're not even putting a dent in it. And I'm saving $1 billion, saving $2 billion. Even if I save 50 billion, I'm getting billions and aliens. Why did I do the alien thing? Whatever. I like it. It's my favorite thing. Alien. It's my favorite sound to make. Because I love it. It's millions and millions. I've made millions. I made billions. I'm working on trillion. Maybe after I'm president, if I live to 200, I'll make $1 trillion, okay? But this whole thing, it's like even if I save 100 billion, maybe you're putting a dent like a golf ball or something in the hood, but you're really not putting that much debt into the debt. I mean, you're down 20 trillion, give or take $1 trillion. And the fact that I can't even say give or take $1 trillion, that is just so it's literally the definition of unbelievable. Unbelievable. How much money can be really spent? And so here's my thing. They hand me this disgusting situation, okay? And believe me, folks, I just want to say to my fans of the podcast, okay? Thank you. Thank you for listening. Go ahead and comment. Go ahead and subscribe. It's better for the country. It's good for the country, okay? Just want to throw that in really quick. It's my instinct, okay? I'm a brander. I'm a salesman. But to the podcast people right now, I just want to say, if I was president for 40 years, which, okay, is against the law, be disrespectful to George Washington, but if I could, I probably would, okay? George. It doesn't matter at this point. He's been dead for 200 years, and quite frankly, if he were alive right now, George Washington, and he looked at the country and he looked at me and say, Trump, you should be president for 30, 40 years. You have to be. You have to be. By the way, Benjamin Franklin, genius. He was an absolute genius. There's a reason why he's on the $100 bill. He could have been president so easily. Okay, they probably begged him, and he said no. He wasn't going to be president because he's probably the best American ever, and he was never president. And I kind of feel like Benjamin, okay? I feel like Benjamin Franklin. I didn't want to be president, folks. I didn't want to be president. Okay? He didn't want to be president. He's a smart man. But I guarantee you, if Benjamin Franklin was alive today, he would have ran for president. He would have said, I have to be president because no one can do it. No one can do it, and I can, and I have to. He would say, I have to. He'd probably say, this is awful. I have to run because no one can do the job like me. And that's exactly how I felt, okay? So, kudos to Ben. I wish I could fly kites and hit lightning, okay? But I can't. Now I gotta do this job. This is the hardest job in the world, folks. But the fact of the matter is, they spend all this money. We have this huge deficit. And even if I was president for 40 years, there's just no way I'd be able to pay this deficit off, folks. It would just be too hard. It's too difficult. I'm trying my best. We're doing our best. We're doing our best, and you know, we're gonna save a lot of money. We're gonna set us up for a future. Hopefully, we can get somebody in after me that can kind of, well, what Donald did. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, maybe he'll get elected by doing that. I hope it's not Pence, by the way. Jesus, oh my gosh, I hope it's not him. But anyway, I hope somebody does continue it and try to get our deficit down. But while I'm president, we're not paying a dime of it off. We're gonna save the money, okay? Because believe me, if China calls, hey, Donald, you have to pay the whatever $3 trillion you owe us, or we're gonna have problems. I said, okay, we can have problems, and they're gonna say, because they don't want problems, okay? No one wants problems with us, okay? The bottom line is this: while I'm president, we don't pay anything because we're not gonna pay, because the deficit is infinite. Okay. So, here's the thing, folks. If I am going to build a building for $900 million, okay, and I look at the blueprints and I say it's a beautiful building, obviously, because I'm building it. Trump Brands is one of the best buildings ever made, ever conceived of. This blueprint should be framed and put in a museum. It's so amazing. And I'm looking at the blueprint and I say, listen, what if we made these ceilings a foot higher, or we added ceiling, something. You add another little touch to make it even better, if that's even possible. And so, if it's possible, which it's almost perfect already, but you can add something else, then if we're taking $900 million from the bank, we take the $1 billion from the bank, or $950, because who cares? At that point, you're already in debt, and if it flops, even if it doesn't flop, maybe you just file bankruptcy and save all the money. So that $50 million, by the way, bankruptcy, I've never filed bankruptcy. I have never filed bankruptcy, personally. But some companies, it's okay. It's okay. It's actually a very smart thing to do. I'm a genius. Talk to successful businessmen. If it doesn't flop, they open several businesses so they could do the bankruptcy. You have the good lawyers, okay? And the lawyers, they know what they're doing. We're doing great things. Just wanted to clarify, I've never personally filed bankruptcy because I'm a genius. Anyway, listen, it's an amazing thing when you could just take a little more money and do it even better. And so we're so much in debt. I think I'm gonna spend another $1 trillion, and then that $1 trillion, we can build bridges, we can build airports, so we can build our country. And what's another $1 trillion? The American people don't care, okay? The debt's already almost impossible to pay. So why don't we have a beautiful country? Because we spent trillions and trillions and trillions in the Middle East destroying it and rebuilding it, destroying it and rebuilding it. It's so stupid, folks. So stupid. We should have never been in the Middle East at all, okay? If we want to do oil, drop in, tell them we're taking the oil, otherwise go to hell, okay? They're going to do it because they don't want to. They know they're going to lose the oil anyway, so. Folks, we're going to rebuild. By the way, we need to rebuild airports. The only airport in the whole country that's okay for my standards, and I actually like it, it's a beautiful airport, is Atlanta. Atlanta Airport. Beautiful, huge. The term just makes sense, folks. Like the terminals A, B, C, E, T, whatever. There's lots of E sounds, okay? C, B, E. Which is probably the only downfall. But what you're gonna do, A, H, F, that would be even more confusing. So you'd rather have the similar sounding E sound, C, B. You'd rather have that and it be in alphabetical order, and then you go to the terminal. It's just so easy, folks. It's a beautiful airport. You never wait in line. Even if the line is long, you don't wait. See, a lot of this I get from, I do my research, folks. I fly private, but I do my research. I mean, I've flown in, the Trump plane has flown into Atlanta before. I've flown commercial years and years ago just to see. I was in a business venture, and I wanted to see it for myself. And Don Jr., believe it or not, he used to fly commercial. Now he's scared for his life. He doesn't want to fly commercial anymore. Quite frankly, I can't ever believe that he even flied commercial. I said, Don, why are you flying commercial? Unbelievable. But Atlanta Airport is the only airport in the country that is acceptable, I think. It's a beautiful airport. And I think every single airport in the United States should be like Atlanta. That airport is phenomenal. You go other places, it's awful. It's awful. It's embarrassing, folks. It's disgusting. It's so disgusting. You fly into LaGuardia, and it looks like a fourth world country, even if that's a thing. More than three. You say a third world country. Listen, it's like an eighth world. It's awful. Awful. I was in LAX, and I feel like a tile from the ceiling almost hit me in the head. It's just disgusting. You have paparazzi everywhere. Get the paparazzi out, by the way. The paparazzi need to get out. It's so disgusting, okay? Maybe we'll make a law with that. Because Kanye West talked to me about that when Kanye visited me. You remember that? When Kanye, they thought he got brainwashed. They thought he freaked out on tour because he's Kanye West. He's a moody bitch. But he says, Trump, we need to do something about the paparazzi. They're taking pictures of my kids, okay? East, west, north, whatever his kid's name is. A direction, I think. By the way, directions, One Direction. Amazing. We'll talk about. Big fan of One Direction. But Kanye West, and they take it bad from the paparazzi too, One Direction. But Kanye West told me, Donald, we need to make something better about. They stalk me outside of my house, everything. I said, Kanye, we'll think about this. We'll do something. But Kanye, for now, this is not going to be like a priority. It's not going to be like a priority for me, okay? I said, Kanye, if I get elected in the second term, we'll do something about it. Because we could do something about it in a day. But every day counts, folks. But you fly into Shanghai or something, and it's so beautiful. You fly into China, and because I've flown into China many times. I used to fly into China. Now they don't like me because I told the truth. We're losing hundreds of billions to them. They don't like me anymore because we don't want to do deals with them anymore. But before I was president, I would go over there and do deals with the Chinese, and they would laugh and say, Donald, we're making so much money from the United States. They're so stupid. I said, one day I might run, and you're all. And they laughed and they laughed. Now they're not laughing anymore, folks. They're not laughing. They're great people. I mean, listen, I would do the same thing. But now they don't like me. They don't laugh anymore because they're not ripping us off anymore. But the Chinese, listen, there's probably hundreds of millions of Chinese people in debt. Okay? These Chinese people are absolutely many of these Chinese people are homeless, okay? They live off of less than $1 a day, the Chinese. Many of them, millions, maybe tens of millions, maybe hundreds of millions. And yet, the Chinese government, okay, what are they doing? They're building beautiful airports. So when other people fly in, they say, wow, China is amazing. You see the cities. And their airports, you fly in, and it's, okay, folks, it's like amazing. Listen, those airports, some of those airports that I've seen in Asia and other countries, I could absolutely masturbate. I could sit there and masturbate to it. And they would say, Mr. Trump, what are you doing? And I'd say, listen, I'm rubbing one out really quickly, just really quickly, at the airport. Because this is a beautiful airport, and I've never seen anything like it. Okay? And we need these in the United States. By the way, I don't masturbate in public because it's a dangerous thing. Because
That's
people
disgusting.
can get hurt. I block traffic. It's awful. Because I told you I have a huge thing.
Why do you keep talking about penises?
Cody,
Your obsession
why
with the size of
listen,
your penis.
Cody,
Have you ever heard of Freud?
you're gonna bring up scientists.
Yeah, Freud.
Okay. Freud
Yeah, okay.
is a fraud.
Whatever.
How about that? He's a fraud.
Keep
Isn't that
bringing
how
up
you say his
penises.
name? Fraud. Isn't he a fraud?
Okay.
Listen, why do they listen to this person, this psychologist? I can tell you psychology, okay? Psychology's easy. Some people are crazy, some people are not crazy. And I'm not crazy, Cody. And you're starting to sound crazy, honestly. There's so many people. I can look at anyone. Freud would probably say, we're going to do a test on this person. We're going to do a test. I don't need a test, folks. We're not going to do the test. I can look at the person and say, this person's good. This person's not good. Okay? Weak or strong, maybe not weak. If someone's not weak but not necessarily strong, it's a good person. Right in the middle. Okay? So, I can't talk about my penis without you saying something from Yale, Cody.
It's not Yale. It's just
Listen,
the facts.
okay, fine. I'll stop talking about my genitalia.
Genitalia.
How about that? Okay, I won't even say it anymore. Okay, Cody, because if it makes you uncomfortable, I mean, if yours is the size of a Tic Tac, I'm sorry. Okay, Jesus.
It's not.
Okay, and even if it was the size of a Tic Tac, I'm sure somebody needs to have better breath. Okay, so you'll still have some fun. Okay. Okay, listen, I'm just trying to be nice, okay? I'm trying a new approach with you, Cody, because obviously me making fun is not working. You're pretty good. I'm gaining respect for you, Cody, but you're still stupid. You need get a lot to learn, okay? You're a good kid. You're good. You'll get there. You'll get there one day. Okay. But you go to these airports, folks, and they're so beautiful, and the United States should be that way. I want people to come to the U.S. They used to think the U.S. had golden streets. They come here, they say, oh my God, it's like cracked pavement. What the hell is going on? And I want them to come here and say, wow, this is an amazing country. But they're coming here on vacation, folks, believe me. They come here on vacation. They're not coming here permanently. We know that. That I can tell you. They're not. They are coming on vacation. They see it, then they leave, and then they tell their friends back in Bosnia, and they say, wow, the United States is amazing. Speaking of good and bad people, you know my worst employee, when I used to, and even the worst politicians, really, when you work with other people, you have great employees, okay? You have bad employees, awful. And then you have good employees. You know my least favorite? And I guess politicians are a little different because I can't fire anyone. But when I was doing the business, a good employee was the worst. Worst. Awful. Awful. Why? Well, it's because a great employee you can promote and you can get more and more out of them. And we can do a great thing. They can do great things for the company. A bad employee, a terrible person, you can fire. And he's gone. He's not your problem anymore. But a good employee, you can't fire him. You can't do anything with him. There's no potential. You can't promote him. You can't fire him. So he's sitting there and he's causing, or he or she, right? Okay? I've hired many women. Many. So many. They tell, no, it's unbelievable. They said, oh, Trump's anti-women. You know why they did that, folks? Because of running against a woman. It's obvious. And then these people, these liberals, they don't even understand. They say, they don't even realize that I'm running against a woman, okay? And they're saying I'm anti-women. It makes so much sense. They're trying to get the woman vote. They're trying to get maybe some of the guy vote. They're trying to get votes based upon. They're saying I'm anti-woman. Or whatever it is. It's like if I'm running against a Hawaiian person. They say, Trump hates Hawaii. He's never been to Hawaii. That means he hates it. By the way, I've been to Hawaii. It wasn't the best, okay? It's a pretty cool place. I would never live there. I love the Hawaiians, though. They're Americans. Kind of. Okay. So...
Are you really saying that Hawaiians aren't Americans?
No, they are. They don't want to be Americans. Cody, they don't want to be Americans. You know that. They don't like it. I mean, listen, quite frankly, it was stupid. It was actually, we did it because of the Asian wars. We took over Hawaii. It was stupid. We should have never, they should have done their own thing, okay? And they still feel that way, and I get it. I understand why. I'm not taking a flight over there. It doesn't even make any sense. Hawaii. It's just a bunch of volcanoes, okay? Listen, it's similar to Puerto Rico. If Puerto Rico's not a state, maybe Hawaii shouldn't be a state. Okay, they don't care. Hawaii doesn't care if they're not a state. By the way, I love the Puerto Ricans. Okay, they're Americans technically too. But they would say, Trump doesn't go to Hawaii, Trump doesn't like Hawaii, if I'm running against a Hawaiian person for president, okay? So, this whole woman thing is an absolute joke. I've hired women to run my projects, hundreds of millions of dollars of projects. Hired women. I love women, and it's not for the reason you think. I do love women for that reason. But I've hired some ugly, awful women. They look like Princess Fiona, in Shrek. They look like, and believe me, not Princess Fiona before she met Shrek. After sunset, when the moon comes out, Fiona, like Shrek 2 Fiona, that's what they look like. And I hired them still. It's not about their looks, folks. It's about animals. I want animals on my staff. I want killers, okay? I want people who are going to make so much money and be so successful and, quite frankly, listen to me. If I ever disagree, they have to listen to me.
Just blindly listen to you? Like you have all the answers or something, Mr. Trump?
Because why would you not listen to me? Cody, you're the only... You don't listen to me. It's funny because...
Yeah, I don't. I'm my
I'd
own
like
person.
to fire you, but if I fire you, we're going to cause a ruckus. And the people that put you in that chair are going to be all over me. And I can't deal with that. And Cody, so you're here to
If you want me gone, I'll leave.
That's not your golden ticket to say whatever you want, because I will embarrass you. Okay?
I do anyway. But if you want me gone, I will leave. I can leave the podcast anytime.
No, you're going to stay because I don't want... I want these people to think that No, listen.
It's a thing.
I want you to keep me in check, okay? If I'm saying some bad things, Cody, you seem like a smart
You don't
kid,
let me.
then say it. But that doesn't mean I'm going to let you say it, okay?
See?
I'm going to say what I want, and you're going to interrupt, and I'm going to tell you you're stupid. This is how...
That's
listen,
accurate.
I can predict the future.
Probably the best
Because
thing
this is how
you've
it's been
said on here.
going. This is how it's going to go. But,
Let's stop talking about this.
Fine.
Stop talking about it.
But the good employee, Cody, please don't be the good employee. Don't be the good guy. Cody, either step your game up and get in the great range, or just go so bad that they won't criticize me for firing you. I want you to be somewhere there, because right now you're good. Quite frankly, last week I was a little happy because you were pretty awful. You were definitely awful. I was ready. I said, a couple more weeks of this, he's going to get fired. But now this week you're good. So next week, please be great. Okay? Maybe another week of good. But eventually you got to be great. Make Cody great again. Were you ever great, Cody? I doubt it. But now you're in my presence. You keep hanging with me, you'll be great, okay? Keep hanging with me, you'll be great.
Well, Mr. Trump, it's funny that you bring this up, and we'll move on from that ridiculous exchange. But I am going to do a segment here this week that I want to start to do every week, and it's called Damage Control.
Damage
Yes,
control.
it's
What does that mean?
Damage Control, which is I'm going to highlight some things that I took note of last week in the previous podcast, which I would like to revisit and maybe help you out a little bit, Trump, because after all, like as you said, that's why I'm here. I want to make sure that you're not marginalizing. I mean, that's kind of what you do, but for all intents and purposes on this podcast,
Why would you say that?
I will do my best to help you with this, Mr. Trump, and I honestly believe that you can take much of this away outside of the podcast. So
Help me with Cody. Get to the point.
well,
What do you say?
It's like when you say a few things that are not pleasant to some people.
What do you mean not pleasant?
Well,
Cody, I didn't say anything.
yes, you did many
I
times.
didn't say anything
Many
not
times.
pleasant. What do you mean by that?
Well, I
Okay,
will
I'd love to hear this.
bring up a few
ahead.
that I thought, specifically two, that I thought were inappropriate. The first one is you called the African American community the blacks You call them the blacks.
Okay, what do you want me to call
Yes.
them? Africans?
Well, I'm trying to explain
No,
why that's not
African
okay.
Americans. That's what you want.
Well,
It's-
you're
who
almost
cares?
making them
Who
like
cares?
objects, inhuman. The blacks,
Objects.
the gays.
Listen.
I believe you said
Cody,
You
the
are
blacks and the gays.
making
I love
them
them all.
seem
I love the blacks and the gays.
almost like-
amazing people.
I don't know. It's like animals. It's like you're. The bottom line is this: it's not acceptable anymore.
Says who?
Scholars have written extensive
Okay,
work. on
scholars.
this. I don't
This
believe we
guy's
have
from
time to
Yale.
dive into all
Unbelievable.
to dive into the specifics, but you shouldn't be calling them the blacks. Call them African American. Just do it.
Cody, I really don't like
Okay.
this. Cody, what are you trying to
You
get
should
me
just
to
do it, though. You should just do
I'm
it.
not liking
Mr.
this,
Trump.
Cody.
Mr. Trump.
You should just
Okay.
do it.
Why? Because this.
Tell me why.
Because
Cody, I'll let you talk. I'm gonna let you talk. Go ahead.
because it's just the way it is, Mr. Trump. And it's just like with Twitter and everything, it's out of your hands. You're the president, I know. I know you have your beliefs, and I know. I would hope that you like the blacks. I mean, African Americans. Oh my gosh.
He said
oh my
it. This
gosh.
is Cody. What are you doing?
Oh my gosh.
You
Oh,
can't
I'm
make
so
a case
sorry.
and then
I
say it.
apologize to all the viewers. I just hope you like them, and I don't. When you say things like that, then many people think you might not. Okay. Let's move on from this one. The second one I have is you made a joke about penises. And
I
you
remember.
said so many times, remember, Dick Cheney. And you made a joke toward me saying that I may know something about penises.
Okay, I was
Listen.
joking. Obviously,
I
said
am-
it. You just said it's a
I
joke.
just
It's a joke.
the problem. Well, I'm trying to explain, Mr. Trump.
Go ahead.
The problem with that joke is
Get it out.
the funny part of the joke is supposed to be because I'm gay. You're trying to say that I'm homosexual or gay.
The funny
that's
part of the
the whole
joke
joke.
is that it's a joke.
That's not a joke.
No.
Some people are gay. I am
Okay,
not. I am
I'm not
actually
saying
not
that
gay.
being gay is a joke.
But
what do you-
some people are, and you're saying this, and you're marginalizing millions of people. And I'm just telling you, this is my segment that I will be doing. So watch your mouth, honestly. Watch it, because in future
Watch
weeks
my
I'll be
mouth.
bringing
What are
this
you
things up.
doing? Cody, are you my mother?
Because you made many microaggressions and
Microaggression?
Well,
What the hell is that?
microaggressions. It's called a microaggression. I will show you right now
You
what a
can say it.
microaggression is.
4 times,
It's
but
like
that
this.
doesn't mean I'm
I'll
gonna
give you an
understand
example.
what it means.
If you go up to a Spanish or somebody like you go up to somebody who's like Hispanic or whatever, they're from Mexico or whatever. They're
You don't even know what you're talking about, do you? This is
their
unbelievable.
origin. No, their nationality is Mexican. And they don't speak Spanish, and you're just shocked. You don't speak Spanish? Oh my gosh. That's a microaggression. Because you're assuming certain things about a certain... because of their looks. It's almost as if I was German and I'm American, but my ancestors came from Germany, and I don't speak German. No one would ever do that to a white person. This is predominantly a white problem. Let's make that clear. Clearly. I mean, the whites. Oh, I said the whites. The Caucasians? I don't know. It doesn't matter, because the whites... fuck them.
Okay, the white. We could say whites and we can't say blacks. This is why it's stupid. We're supposed to be equals, right? Whatever.
So, another example would be, hey man, you don't act like a normal black person, you know? You're not like black, you're like white black. So, implying that someone's not ghetto or acts like that, then you're saying that they don't act black. So you're stereotyping. That's just so many levels of racist. That's not even microaggression, frankly. I mean, it is, but it's just completely racist. Well,
That one makes sense. That one really does make sense.
I can give you
That is
the
true,
definition. It's a microaggression is the casual degradation of any marginalized group.
What the
The
hell?
term was coined by
What was that,
psychiatrist.
Cody?
Sorry,
Are you okay?
at Harvard University. Harvard. Oh my God, Harvard. Yale, bitch.
Oh my gosh, Wharton's better.
Professor
than Buff, by the way.
Chester M. Pierce in 1970 to describe insults and dismissals he regularly witnessed non-black Americans inflict on African Americans. See. Eventually, the term came to encompass the casual degradation of any socially marginalized group, such as the poor or the disabled. Psychologist Darrell Wing Sue defines microaggressions as brief, everyday exchanges that send denigrating messages to certain individuals because of their group membership. That's just how I.
Why are you
That's
reading
just how
like
I read
that, Cody?
this.
Why do you read
That's
like
just
that?
how I read.
That's weird.
Okay, well, I just wanted to bring it up, and I just hope the viewer base, or the listener base, I guess this would be, as happy that I did bring it up.
Okay, you're
because
done with the segment. Thank
somebody
you for the
needed to.
segment, Cody.
And I plan to do this in future weeks.
Okay, thank God you're done. Okay, thank God. I just want to say, Cody, I admire your grit for doing that. I admire you for bringing this segment to the table. I just told you to be better. Quite frankly, I like when people try. I like when people try. So, and you know, I will say this: the black microaggression. First of all, you said black, okay? When you go up to somebody who was black, that's what you said. But I can't say blacks. But no, I get it. You know, listen. That microaggression really made sense to me, and I can't believe I'm using the word microaggression. Unbelievable word. What the hell is the word? I don't get it. But whatever. It's just racist, isn't it? Okay, why do we have to come up with all these micro things? It's just unbelievable. I just want to say that I will be saying, I'll start to say African Americans, okay? But I'm not going to do the gay thing, okay? I'm going to say the gays, or the LGBs, or whatever it is, okay? PBJs, right? Unbelievable. Right? Frank? Yeah? Like that.
I got a cousin that's gay.
Well, I'm not going to say, what do you want me to say? The gay community, or whatever? The gay people? The homosexuals? No, homosexuals is like outdated, right? I knew that a long time ago, because I know Dick Cheney's daughter is a homosexual, right? Well, she's a gay. Or she's a gay person. She's gay, okay? She's a lesbian. By the way, why do they call lesbians lesbians and not gay? Who cares? It's like they have a different word because they're female. Lesbian. It sounds weird. It sounds like the word lesbian is like, oh my gosh, okay? And I remember calling Rosie a lesbian, and I said, even it's Rosie O'Donnell. She's awful. She's so disgusting. She is like if you took a piss on a cricket. Oh my gosh. Rosie is like if you took a piss. If you ate asparagus, a lot of it, folks, and you took a piss on a cricket, you put that cricket in a blender with milk. You dumped that milk in a cup with some slob from a bulldog. Alright? You mix that up. You drink it. You pulled the trigger. You puked it back up into a toilet bowl. The toilet bowl was then shit in. All of that was put in a blender. Given to a penguin. The penguin then feeds its little baby penguin through the mouth like they do. They suck it in their beak and then they feed it to their baby, okay? And then you grilled the baby penguin on a old moldy grill that hasn't been used in years. And then you ate it half cooked. That's how disgusting Rosie O'Donnell is, okay? That's how awful of a person she is. It's the most disgusting thing I've ever heard in my life. That is just awful. I can't even I came up with something that disgusting. Because I'm pretty clean. I'm a clean.
I'm pretty nice guy, okay? I'm not disgusting. I'm pretty sanitary person. But she's so awful. And when I called her a lesbian, I said, I will never call anyone a lesbian again because that word is so bad. I wouldn't even call her a lesbian. I called her gay. And by the way, I said, she better be careful because I'll take one of my friends and she'll go pick up her girlfriend. Because why would you stay with Rosie if you had somebody else to stay with? And you know what, shockingly, maybe because I wasn't running for president at the time, but shockingly, I didn't take heat in the media for that. I didn't take any heat for that. Because it wasn't homophobic. It really wasn't. I was just saying. And if anything, I was saying it's okay to be with a woman. If she's a woman, whatever Rosie is, actually, I don't even think she can qualify as in LGBT. Is it Q now? Is it Q? See, I know these things. I get briefed, okay? But can you even classify Rosie in any of that? She's not even. Listen, I don't even understand. Is she even a person? She's like, it's just disgusting. I can't even look at her. Now, Ellen Degeneres. Now that is an amazing gay person. I'm not even gonna call her. Listen, shit is an amazing gay person, and quite frankly, I think Ellen may be. If you talk about Michael Jordan and Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain and LeBron James and Kobe, and they say who's the GOAT, right? The greatest of all time, GOAT. Okay, the GOAT, right? I think Ellen is the GOAT of all gay people.
Oh, that's a microaggression. Yes, you're saying that she's good in the gay community, and not just generally as a person.
Okay, that's a microaggression. You're saying that's a microaggression. Okay, well then she's one of the best people ever. Okay, let's just say Ellen is one of the best people ever. What if I said Ellen is the second best person to ever be on TV? Of course, I was on TV, so she's the second best. Ellen is the second best. So you're now, because it's not race, because race isn't involved, that's not a microaggression. Like, that's a microaggression against people on TV.
Pretty much, yes. Yes,
Right,
you're right.
it's not race. Okay, I'm learning, Cody. I'm learning. Bear with me. Ellen, you're one of the best people of all time. You're an amazing person. I love Ellen. Ellen is, I would never go on her show, quite frankly, because she probably doesn't like me. Which, I've given her a lot of reasons not to like me. Like, well, I'm Republican, okay? She had John McCain. I know she had John McCain on the show. And she asked him about gay marriage. And John McCain must have known he was going to get asked about gay marriage. First of all, John McCain going on the show at all, big mistake. Why would you go? Conservatives don't watch Ellen. And then all you're doing is you actually are decreasing the chances that the liberals are going to vote for you, because who watches Ellen? People who agree with gay marriage. If you don't agree with gay marriage and the gay rights thing, you don't watch Ellen, because she's like a gay icon, okay? She's like unbelievable. Okay, so John McCain, unbelievable, bad move. That's why I will not go, because I can't publicly say that I support gay marriage, because I'm a Republican, folks. I have to get the Republican voters. Whatever I believe doesn't matter. I gotta say what I gotta say, okay? And believe me, Ellen is great at trapping you. She will trap you and trap you. She's so good at it because she's an activist, folks. Well, she's not an activist, but she says the right things for her community. She does well by her community, and I really admire her for that. She does amazing things. I mean, her coming out like she did, amazing things. That's an amazing thing at what she did. She came out in real life and came out on her show, and quite frankly ruined her sitcom career and everything. But now she's thriving. She's thriving. And listen, I don't agree with many things. Basically, everything Obama did I disagree with, other than giving the medal to Ellen. He gave her some medal of freedom or so, whatever. I haven't done that yet. I don't know what the medal's called. But he gave her an award. Because, and by the way, Robert De Niro got it the same day. What was Robert De Niro doing? Okay? What was he doing there? Because he's a good actor? That disgusts me. That's awful. He's an awful well, he's stupid. He talks about me, okay? Quite frankly, he consistently talks about me. And it's sad. It's sad to see.
And honestly, him getting the award from Obama is like almost degrades Ellen's award, okay? Because De Niro should have never had it, okay? And she gets it, and so, I mean, she's really the only one who deserved it, quite frankly, because she did something for it, okay? Robert De Niro, what did he do? Not much. Anyway, I'd rather have Ellen in the White House than Obama, okay? Makes a lot of sense for me. I would rather have Ellen in the White House than Obama. I really would. So we love Ellen, but Cody, I will start to think about these microaggressions, and I'm not going to say, you know what, I won't say the gays. I'll say the gay community. Talking about Ellen, it like filled me with love and joy. I think I'm going to say the gay community, okay? You can thank Ellen for that one. I'm going to say the gay community. I don't want to say the LGBT, because if I see the LB, see, I'm going to get the letters out of order, and I don't want to do that, because then I'll take heat for it. Oh, Trump says LHG community. Listen, I don't know what the letters are, but they're all beautiful people, and I did pretty well with the community, by the way, in the polls. I did better than Romney did, believe me. But I tell you what, a squirrel would do better than Romney. If a squirrel ran against Obama, he'd probably get more votes than Obama. Or more votes than Romney did, believe me. He wouldn't beat Obama. There's no way a squirrel would beat Obama. But I think maybe a highly intelligent squirrel would have had a chance against Obama. But I will start to think about this microaggression thing. That's okay. We'll think about it. And I won't say the blacks and I won't say the gays. So we're going to say it one more time. Blacks and the gays. I just wanted to get that out of my system and say it one more time. Because now we're going to say the African-American people. And we're going to say the gay community. Because, Cody, I'm doing this for you. Quite frankly. I want to make you feel at home. I want to make you feel better, Cody. And I told you to step up and you did. So I'm not going to shit on your parade. Isn't it rain on your parade? And I'm not going to rain on your parade. Whatever. I mean, shitting on someone's parade would be even worse than rain, right? Believe it. Okay. There's two things that I want to talk about now this week that I wanted to talk about. Let me get my piece of paper out. You hear that? Great microphones. By the way, Vinny, I don't know what he's talking about these microphones. You can hear the piece of paper, right? I hope you hear that because Vinny is a stupid ass. Okay, let's talk about two things. The first is King Salmon, okay? King Salmon. Can you believe this? I call him, his name's King Salman from Saudi Arabia. But I call him King Salmon because I think he likes it. Quite frankly, when I call people nicknames, I think they like it. Like Cody. Codester.
Please don't.
The Codinator.
No.
The Codemeister.
Stop it.
No?
I'm Cody.
No?
No.
Okay, that's fine. He doesn't like it. That's fine. Frank, I don't even think you need a nickname. Frank Fukers. Why would I give you a nickname? That's one of the best names I've ever heard in my life. But people like when I give them nicknames, and I think King Salmon does. Anyway, I give him a call the other day. And I say, because here's the thing, folks. Venezuela is up in arms. The turmoil there is so awful that nothing's going to get pumped out of there. The oil that they had, you can kiss it goodbye. For now, at least. It's just so awful what's going on in Venezuela. I wish them the best. But we got to think about the United States and the oil that they're not giving the United... Whatever. The oil that they're not giving the world. It's unfortunate. So, the other thing is Iran. Iran, I'm not a big fan of it. Iran. See, they want me to say Iran. Okay? Like George Bush. The war in Iraq. No, it's Iran. If you go there, they say it like that. Iran, Iraq, Iraq. So, if you go over there, it's like Iran, Iraq, okay? Pakistan. See, I know how to say these names. They don't think I do. The Pakistan, they probably will be shocked. The Pakistanis, they will probably be shocked that I said Pakistan correctly. Listen. These countries that's how they say it, because the letter that's how it's said. A is in almost every other language, okay? The English is unbelievable. You have different pronunciations for the same letter. It's pretty stupid, honestly. So I know my shit.
So get off me, Cody. I know you went to Yale, but at Wharton, we know the pronunciations of countries. Because why? We're going to make deals with other countries at some point when we need to know how to say it. If I go, Iran is the best, okay, he's gonna hate me. So anyway, Iran is just up in shambles. It's unbelievable. And honestly, they've been like this for a long time. And quite frankly, I have no hard feelings against Iran. The Iran deal was awful. But I'm not going to sit there and take their BS, folks. Quite frankly, a lot of their problems have to do with the United States. Because there was a whole drama that the United States stepped into their whole thing. And now a lot of it's because of the States. But I just want to say that, you know, it's affecting their oil production. And so therefore, the prices are going up. And so I called King Salmon. And I said, King Salmon. And by the way, I pronounced it wrong on purpose. Okay, that's a different thing. It's a nickname. So I call King Salmon, and I tell him, listen, why don't you up your production? Because prices are too high. I said prices are way too high, and you need to up your production. And he loves me, by the way, and he doesn't care. They have unlimited oil. Listen, they'll be the last country to run out of oil, so they're looking fine. Okay, they're looking completely fine. By the way, oil is going to run out. We don't have time this week to talk about it, but oil will run out, folks. It's unbelievable. We're going to do other things. I've been talking to Elon Musk, even though he's not a big fan of me, but we're going to do great things. Oil is on its way out. But I told King Salmon, up the oil. 2 million barrels. Do millions and millions of barrels because we drive the prices down. And then, listen, he does that. They're going to make more money right now because they're going to make the money anyway. And so why not be on my good side, okay? Because quite frankly, the Saudis, they have done so much fishy stuff. You talk about 9/11 and other things, they were involved, believe me. Listen, the Saudis, you wouldn't believe. These are the same people that give Hillary money, folks. And so that right there that's a total disaster. You know they're up to something. And so I told him, I said, listen, King Salmon, I like you, I have no reason to not like you, but I know you're up to things in the Middle East. And quite frankly, you're one of the only countries that we haven't f***ed up already over there. So I'm not going to touch you. Keep producing the oil, and we won't have problems. And I think he knows what I'm talking about. He does. He knows what I'm talking about, because that's how it works, folks. This is how things work. He knows what we did. And I did, quite frankly, I would not have gone to the countries and ruined the entire Middle East like Obama did. And quite obviously Bush, okay? I wouldn't have done that, but hey, each their own, you know what I mean? So, the other thing I want to talk about is my Supreme Court decision. I made it yesterday and I announced it this morning. I'm sure you all saw it. The best judge I've ever met in my life, Brett Kavanaugh, folks. Brett Kavanaugh, an amazing person, an even better judge. And I talked to so many people from both sides of the aisle, and isn't it funny? Both sides of the aisle. It's like Democrats and Republicans. They sit separately, so that's why you say both sides of the aisle. I don't like that at all. I might do some third grade thing. You know, in third grade, when you have groups of friends on either side, and then the teacher puts you every other desk. I might do that. I might say, hey, we're going to sit to Democrat, Republican, okay?
Sounds like your business career.
Cody, that's actually a funny one. Cody, that's actually your best that's probably the best thing you've ever said on the show. That's funny. That is hilarious. He's right. You're right. Listen, you follow the money when you're in business, okay? I never cared about politics. I knew they all sucked, okay? So, the thing is this. I had to pick Kavanaugh. It was a no-brainer. My sister, amazing judge. And she told me, Kavanaugh all the way. If you don't pick Kavanaugh, you're dead to me. I said, okay, well, we don't talk that much anyway, so I'm not going to make a decision based on you. But her opinion meant a lot to me, and other people's opinions. And there's many great opinions. I love getting opinions. Listen, not getting opinions is stupid, folks. If I act like I knew about judges and which judge to pick, that's so stupid. Listen, Opinions are amazing things, and I get opinions, and I get opinions, and opinions.
Are you saying
I tell you.
opinions?
No, it's opinions. It's opinions. When I get these opinions, they're great opinions, and they tell me the truth. And based on those opinions and my opinion, we picked Judge Kavanaugh, and Kavanaugh, I think, is going to do great things. He's going to be on. I mean, it's awesome to see because he's only 53, and the man looks like he's 20. Okay. He's going to live till 80 at least. And so he'll be on the Supreme Court for a long time, folks. And they'll say, Trump picked the best judge of all time. Kavanaugh, that was Trump picked it. You know, it really wasn't me. I mean, I'll take the credit. Believe me, I will take the credit. But it really wasn't me. It had to be picked. I think anyone would have picked Kavanaugh in my situation. Because you have to. Because he's a very, very smart person. He's a great judge. He's got a great track record. He's been a judge for so long. He's got a great track. So we pick Kavanaugh. I hope he gets approved. And quite frankly, if he doesn't get approved, I might quit. I might step down and not run for president again. Because that just means the Democrats are just absolutely ruining the country and there's just no hope. Why wouldn't they approve this guy? He's an amazing judge. And it's like a no-brainer to me, okay? So I just wanted to touch on those two things, the main things that I've done this week. We're getting gas prices down, just too high. And we're picking one of the best judges of all time, and I think it's going to be great for the Supreme Court. Folks, we're going really long right now, and I just want to say, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Please, subscribe to the channel. And hopefully we get a lot more views this week. And we're going to do this every week. Every Tuesday. Luke Corns does Tuesday. So we're going to do Tuesday. And so go ahead and subscribe and comment. Even if you hate me. Go say, I hate Trump. Or this guy's awful. Go say it. Okay? Go say it. In the comments. Because we want comments. And it's an amazing thing, this podcast. I think it's going great. I think we had a good week. Everybody, thank you for listening to Trumpcast. This is so fun. It's like a game show. Thank you for listening. Tune in next week. You know what I mean? It's amazing. Not like Apprentice. We just stopped the show because no one cared. People were gonna watch next week anyway with Apprentice, right? This is different. This is online. YouTube. YouTube's amazing. Go ahead and subscribe. See you next week. And for this week, we will be making America great again, folks. Day by day. Thank you so much. Again, Frank and Cody, again. Maybe we'll get someone different next week. I hope we do. Vinny was a disaster. Thank you guys so much.